White people be like, hey, race you to the moon. It's Faustian. This is what we do. This is what we do. We alone. Not the Chinese. Not Africa. We do that. The Europeans, they see the distant seas and they sail across. They see the interior of Africa and they cut down the jungle and they enslave, explore the unknown. Why? Because it's not enough. We're ambitious. We extend our hand out and we reach in. Oh, what was that? Let's stop expanding all across the Eurasian continent. Okay, we'll race to the moon too. Whites, 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 whites. I love, go us. Go us. You know, you gotta admit, we're pretty special. You gotta admit there's something special, okay? The whites are like, hey, race you to the moon. What was that? Busy taking over all of Europe. That's on whites. That's on whites, okay?
Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all the Akim doing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS Houston camp, and this lesson is just going to be going into I think I had it titled the Pride of Thine Heart, which is an excerpt from Jeremiah 49 and 16. And this, I have this word hubris pulled up, and it's excessive pride. And an example of that is hubris is an excess of confidence. A boxer who shouts, "I'm the greatest," even though he's about to get pummeled by a much stronger opponent, is displaying a lot of hubris. So this is Esau Edom. He's saying he's the greatest. He is. There's none by me or none close to me. And from that video I played in the beginning, yeah, this is how these Edomites think. They think they're really doing this. They think they're God. Let me just get into the scriptures. This is Jeremiah 49, and I'll start at verse 9. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. And this is going into Esau's greed, how he can't get enough. He just has to have more and more until he has everything, until there's nothing left. This man is going to really, if he was left to his devices, he would destroy himself and everything along with this. He would destroy the whole earth if he could. But the earth abideth forever. Verse 10, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. This is going into he's the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is uncovering Esau's secrets. Everything that he wanted to keep hid, that's all being let out now. And partly in help by the internet, or majorly through the help of the internet. Because the internet plays a big part in this. And this is why he wants to have everybody ID to use the internet, or to even get rid of the internet altogether. I think there was I don't remember exactly who said it. The internet should have never been invented. Matter of fact, let me go see if that's a... Let me see here. Let me see if this is actual. It's Slovakia.
Tomorrow, full committee hearing on cybersecurity. And this comes within our purview on this committee. And I mean, not trying to be dramatic about it, when the internet was invented, everybody fell flat in their face. They were so thrilled. And the world began to do business in a different way. Now, both the President Bush's Director of National Intelligence, Mike McConnell, who I greatly respect, and President Obama's Director of National Intelligence, Admiral Blair, who I greatly respect, have labeled cybersecurity perpetrated through the internet as the number one national hazard of attack on the homeland in West Virginia, in America, or anywhere else. So, I mean, it really almost makes you ask the question, would it have been better if we'd never invented the internet and had to use paper and pencil or whatever? And that's a stupid thing to say, but it is.
Hey, but anyway, he said it in there. The internet should not have been invented, even though he said it as a quote. They really mean that. He said it as a stupid thing. That's a stupid thing to say, but they really mean that. So continuing on, this is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. And that goes also into how everybody has all these bad things coming to them, or had these bad things happening to them. They're being bombed, being robbed, their banks are failing. All these things are happening, but who's the main culprit there? Esau, Edom. Everywhere you see something happening that's bad, or a crisis or whatever, Esau is the first one there. Whether he did it and he set up some aid, or he's there for his own benefit. He's not there to help you. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive. Let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk. And that's the Israelites. We're supposed to be on top. We're supposed to be the blessed nation. We're supposed to be ruling. But we went off through our own iniquities. We brought this on ourselves. Now we have the base men ruling over us. But this is about to be changed around. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So this cup that we had to drink of, this cup of slavery and these curses that we had to go through, you're gonna have to drink of it too, Esau. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So Basra is the capital city of Edom, which is today in Jordan. But the now spiritually displaced America is now would be considered Edom, because this is where they're living, where they're ruling. Like how wherever Israel is, they're referred to as Jerusalem or Zion. So wherever Esau is, he's going to have the same, it's going to be apply the same thing to him. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. And this is coming up. This is World War III coming up. World War III is right around the corner. I mean, right around the corner. It's so close. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. And you see this happening more and more now. You see these more and more people seeing, especially since this Gaza situation, more and more people are seeing that the U.S. is part of this genocide. They're standing with this. The U.S. is not as good and clean as everybody once thought they were. How do you call it? When you drink or whatever, you get beer goggles. The things look, the women look better than they actually do or whatever. Now the drink is starting to wear off. People are seeing this whore for what it really is. It's a whore. And this is verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh. So, hey, thy terribleness has deceived thee. You think you're bad, but it's Yahweh that puts you up, that sets you up in this position. You didn't remember? You didn't know? You thought it was you? And let me get this word pride real quick. This is H2087. Zadawan is arrogance, presumptuously, pride. And then this is a root word. There's a wad, H2102. To boil, to sieve, to act proudly. And that's what I really wanted to get for this, because you see on these Edomites, especially in that video that I played in the beginning, the pride is how you have if you ever boil water or boil some pasta or whatever in a pot of water, and the water starts foaming and it starts to boil over, like that froth or foam starts to boil over the pot. Well, that's Esau Edom. His pride is oozing out of him. Verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Hey, that's going to happen to this place. It's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah, but with ICBM missiles and the chariot, the concentrated fire from the chariots. So let's move on. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So since Esau Edom, he's been given the earth. He's been given the power of the earth. He's been given the rulership. So what's he done with it? He's look up iconoclasm. Matter of fact, I kind of feel like looking that up. I can just read it right here. This is from the Edom Online. Iconoclast, or iconoclasm, but it's breaker or destroyer of images. So icon is image, and clasm is to destroy. So they destroyed the images, those Russian icons, the old images before he took over and painted over them, and brought Caesar Borgia and that how he painted Yahushua to look like a little hippie, how he painted the Most High to be a leprous man, how he painted the angels to be little babies. This is what he's done. He tried to write himself in the book. Was that First Maccabees chapter 3 and 48? And this is his blessing. This is the blessing that Isaac gave him. This is Genesis chapter 27 and verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew from heaven above. And back to that that Jeremiah was it 49 that I was just reading, that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. If you look in any city that you live in around Babylon the Great, America, there's skyscrapers, and the when you look at the downtown areas, it looks like a mountain range. And where do these high up people like to live? They like to live in the tops of these skyscrapers. They like to live high up, so they can feel like they're above everybody. And they also like to get the best places on the earth to live. Like all the beautiful places all around the world, wherever it looks like a beautiful place to live, they're there, ruining the place. Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. And this is what they did. This is how they got everything. The blessing for Jacob was that Yahweh was going to bless him with everything. He would be blessed by Yahweh with everything. But Esau's blessing was he lived by a sword. And how he got that? How he got the whole world? By a sword, by deception, with his tongue. His tongue is a sharpened dagger, through tricking people. What I already said it, deception, through war. Can't nobody mess with Esau right now on the war tip. By thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that happened after King Solomon died. Let's continue on. And this is Romans chapter 9. And I'll start at verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And this is what it is. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, loves Jacob, whose name later became Israel, and he hates Esau. And that's just how it's written. That's just how the Lord had it. He had one fitted for salvation, the other one for destruction. Verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Yahweh forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that showeth mercy. So hey, he I think I'm gonna get it later, but he says in his heart, like, I'm a queen, I'll live forever. This is me. I'm gonna be ruling forever. So he's trying to get this transhumanism. He's trying to get you Karag mud. He's trying to get rid of the Israelites so that he can rule forever. But it's not going to happen like that. Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So, hey, Esau, Edom, you've been raised up. You're the basest of men. You've been raised up to this high position for what? Because anything that you did? No, this is to show the Lord's power and to declare his name. His name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. So let's move on. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And this is what is it? Babylon means confusion. And this place has never really been touched by any other nation. Like, nobody's really been to war with America on American land. Now America got touched a little bit in 2001, but nobody's really been like how America goes to war with different countries, how Babylon the Great goes to war with different countries. Nobody's done that to Babylon the Great. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the legs, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So this is Yahushua is coming back. Yahushua is coming back. He's not going to meet you like a man, a one-on-one, or how soldiers go to fight. No, he's coming in the chariot, and you're going to get zapped. As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. So, hey, you're no longer gonna be the whatever wonder of the world. Nobody's gonna come looking for you. Your time is done. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke. Hey, Yahweh was angry with us. We disobeyed his commandments. We have a lot had a lot to pay for and still paying for, but since Yahushua came and gave himself for Israel around 2,000 years ago, hey, we've been redeemed. Now we're just waiting for our big brother to come back and save us from this wicked place. And hey, these people have showed us no mercy. Look at the redlining, African Dodger, in Hispaniola, they were cutting the babies out of the mother's womb and dashing them against the rocks. There were even back in the Maccabees, they were killing people for being circumcised and circumcising their children, forcing us to eat pork, forcing us to break the laws. And here in these times, you have the police, you have the financial system. We're oppressed by that. We're oppressed by our own people, by our women. We're oppressed all the way around. We're not credited. We're the scum of the earth. This man has showed us no mercy. And he has the nerve whenever we call out these injustices and stuff like that. He has the nerve to say like, oh, now we're being racist. You're being racist for calling out these injustices. You're racist for not liking us, for not liking you or whatever, even though you don't deserve to be liked. You are a POS. And the elderly people, our elders, they're still working. Some of them in their 80s and 90s still having to work. Don't have nothing, don't have anything any inheritance to give to their children. Taxing the hell out of everything. Anyway, verse 7, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Why? Because, hey, you think you're going to rule forever, but you just being set up so the Most High can show his power. You're going to be done away with. Israel was given the blessing, not you. Don't you know those that live by the sword shall die by the sword? Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Hey, and this is what's happening. This man is drunk. He's drunk off his own wine. He's drunk off the blood of the saints, the blood of the Israelites. And you say careless things. You say that you're God. You've done all this. You say you don't even need God. We can make it rain on our own. Who needs you? Hey, well, the Most High is getting ready to come show you. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. So you're going to lose everything. Man, you're going to lose everything. And then the elite and whoever's left, they're going into captivity. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. So, hey, you perverted yourself. You thought you trusted in yourself instead of trusting in the Most High. And this is what you get. It's going to be a beautiful judgment when you get it. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall befall thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Hey, these things are getting ready to happen. The evil is coming upon thee. There's plenty of evils. There's famine on the rise. There's these troops coming across the border, sitting themselves in here. The nations are getting their nuclear arsenals ready. And then you got Yahushua coming too. So all these things are going to come upon you. This is Revelation chapter 18 in Salakia. This is I'll start at verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Hey, this is talking about Yahushua. And he cried with a mighty strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So back to verse 2, all this place is going to be, nothing's going to be able to dwell here. Just unclean animals, vultures, things of that sort, rats, all those kind of things. Nothing's going to be dwelling here. There ain't no people going to be dwelling here in Babylon the Great, aka America. And all the nations are drunk through her, through Babylon the Great. They're drunk through her. They're looking at her. They're coming over here thinking they can get rich. They're partaking of her. Man. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. And this starts here in the mind. Departing from this place in your mind, because this place is greatly polluted and it will destroy you. This place is filthy. Everything from the air, the food, to the mindsets, to the ideologies, the philosophies that come out of this place, it's disgusting. It's if you're still caught up in this shit, you're gonna partake of these plagues. You're gonna get caught up in that nuclear destruction, especially if you take that Revelation 13:16. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. So this place made everybody drunk, destroyed the whole world. Well, now she's going to get a double dose. And especially that reward is going to be the nuclear destruction. And this place has gone all around the world destroying. And you didn't think anybody would come back to visit you? Verse 7, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Hey, this place is going to go on forever. This misery, living in this miserable existence, this is just going to go on forever. It's not. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So, hey, these plagues are going to come in one day. The nuclear destruction, that's going to happen in one day. And these countries, they're going to see it. They're going to see it live. They're going to see the smoke, whether it be on a live stream, the internet, whatever. And they'll see the smoke. They'll see the smoke coming across like that. Think about how big this country is. Let me see real quick. So 3.797 million miles, or 3,800,000 or 809,525 miles, square miles. So that whole thing, all that's going to be burnt up. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, that's the northern and southern kingdoms coming back together, because we haven't been together since the time of Solomon. And we're going to be delivered out of this captivity. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, the Middle East, where World War III is going to happen, that theater, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So we've been scattered amongst all the people, and our land has been parted amongst these other nations. That war that's happening right now, or that genocide that's happening right now amongst the so-called Palestinians and the Amalek, hey, that's not even their land. Neither one of them. And to plead, that means to judge. That's Shapat, H8199. That doesn't mean to beg. That means to judge them. Moving on. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. And I'll start at verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend a bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hey, and this is what's going to happen. These arrows is that nuclear arsenal. That just about every country now has a nuclear arsenal. And it's going to be the UN, NATO, Russia, with all these other nations are going to shoot arrows to shoot their arrows, which is the ICBMs at Babylon the Great. Let me see here. This is Isaiah 34 and verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken. Ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein. All that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. And he hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So, hey, Yahweh Shai isn't just coming to just destroy Esau, Edom. No, he's taking everybody down and raising up Israel, the elect of Israel. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. That's just how much the death and destruction is going to be happening. There's going to be so many people dying that there's not going to be anybody to bury them. And the first job of these elites, as soon as they come out of their dumbs, their deep underground military bunkers, their clefts of the rocks, wherever they're hiding themselves, because they're going to be brought out in chains. They're going to be brought out into slavery. This is their first job. They're going to be burying bodies. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their host shall fall down as the leaf falleth down from the vine, as a fig falling from the fig tree. And this is going to that nuclear destruction. Everything is going to be dissolved. The heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Look at the mushroom clouds. It's going to destroy, these things are going to destroy everything. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Hey, and this is for you, Esau, Edom, Idumea. That's the Greek way of saying Idumea or Edom. And that's anyway. It's Adawam, not Adam. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Hey, this is coming for you. What, Esau, he lived off the fat of the land and all that. Remember that in Genesis? Hey, there's a reason for that. The fat was used in sacrifices. Hey, and you're gonna get burnt up. The fat was burnt up. This is Joel chapter 2. And I'll start at verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, and a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, never shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. And this is going to the nuclear, those ICBMs, the MIRVs, these hypersonic missiles. They're made just for this occasion. They're made, nothing has been made like them to this point. And then after they're used, ain't nothing going to be made like that after this, because there won't be any need for it. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. yea, and nothing shall escape them. So this fire devoureth before them. You know, when these ICBMs, when they launch, they go into the atmosphere, they make an arc motion, but when they're going out, they're entering into the atmosphere. There's a flame burning before them. And then at the tail of these missiles, they have a flame. With the thrusters, they have that behind them. And the land, before they hit, this land is as the Garden of Eden. How it's a paradise, technically, even though Esau Edom is destroying the whole world. But after them, the land is desolate. It's a wilderness. It's completely destroyed. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. And keep moving on. Because, well, at this same time, all this is going on, Yahushua is going to be destroying everything. He's going to be cleaning house. And I'm almost done. I only got a few more precepts, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with the clouds. Who? Yahushua. And how he left. He left in a chariot. He left in the cloud, and he's coming back in the cloud. And the chariots are the Lord. The clouds are the Lord's chariot. And he can make them look like anything. He can make them look like a cloud. He can make them. Yeah, I mean, just look up. Look in the scriptures. They're in the scriptures. Chariots are all over the scriptures. The fiery wheel of fire, so forth. You think you could read about it in Ezekiel 1? It's all over the scriptures. Slack it. But anyway, every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. And so everybody's going to see him. Everybody's going to see Yahushua coming with the fleet of chariots. And I think I'm thinking of Psalms 148. Let me check real quick. Just to make sure, because this is on my mind. Maybe it's 147. Okay. This is why we need these new bodies. Oh, it's completely off. But it's Psalms 104 and verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. And you got to use your imagination. This is how Yahweh and Yahushua and the angels, they roll in the what looks like clouds. They can make them look like clouds. They can make them look like anything. So chances are, when you're looking up, because we should be looking up anyway, because our salvation is drawing nigh. But chances are you've seen a chariot and not really knowing it's a chariot. That's all I'm getting at. But in this day coming, you're going to know that's Yahushua. I think it should have... matter of fact, let me get this other one first. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13. And I'll start at verse 1. And this is Ezra, who's having a series of visions, and the angel is coming to visit him and breaking down these visions to him. And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream. And he's not only having visions, not just having visions of anything, he's having visions of the end times, the times that we're entering into, the times that we're in right now. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, a man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And this is talking about Yahushua. Yahushua cracking the clouds. He's coming from the heavens. And whenever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Hey, so this is what Yahushua is coming to do. He's coming, like, out of his voice, out of his mouth came fire. He's gonna meet them during World War III. Well, let me not jump the gun. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So this is during World War III in the Middle East. Yahushua came up. These people are battling each other. As soon as they saw Yahushua, they came to go fight him. But I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. And I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And this is Ezra seeing this. He's seeing a great mountain. You ever been to any mountain range or a mountain? Like, you can see where the mountain starts and where it begins. But Ezra is saying, I saw this big, huge mountain, and I couldn't figure out where it started and where it ended. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So Yahweh put the spirit on these men to fight, to continue. Like, man, was a good example is that the Independence Day, how they showed those UFOs come up, and everybody was kind of stunned, like, seeing them. Hey, it's gonna be colder than that. The movies don't do it justice. Those are limited. Ain't nothing like seeing that with your eyes. So they're gonna see this. They're gonna be like, man, what the? And then still, the spirit's gonna have to be put on them to fight. They're gonna be crapping themselves, all this stuff. Still trying to fight. But Yahushua is gonna just, well, let me keep reading. Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. And what I read earlier, I shall not meet you as a man. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks. He cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust, and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Hey, Apostle Racha says this a lot. Extrapolate. Put yourself here. Use your imagination. The whole great multitude of armies coming to fight the Lord Yahushua, our big brother. And all he's going to do, he's not even going to lift up a weapon or anything like that. Just open up his mouth. Fire is going to come out. And then after the fire is done, nothing but dust. And the smell of smoke, just dust, just whoosh. Man, that's going to be a beautiful thing to see. You know, a beautiful thing that's going to happen. Like, man, that's... And this is verse 12. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And this is the elect. The 144,000 and the rest of the elect, the 1/3. The 2/3 ain't gonna make it. 2/3 of you Israelites, y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all gonna come back in the kingdom, come through our loins, you know. Y'all be all right. Like, y'all aren't gonna be completely destroyed. Y'all are gonna come back in the kingdom. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and others brought of them that were offered. Then I was sick through great fear, and I awakened and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. And then that's pretty much the end of that. This is the ones that were glad is the elect. The ones that are sorry was the 2/3, and the other ones are the ones bound are these other nations, the heathen. And I'm just going to end out with this one. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4. Just so you remember, you know this, Esau. You know, through all your pride, you won't listen, but just really to mock you. Just so you remember this, because you didn't do this. You didn't put yourself in this position. You didn't raise yourself up to be like this, to be in this position, to be the king of the earth. No, the Lord did. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Hey, just remember that. The power of the earth is in Yahweh's hand. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And he's giving it to Yahushai. And coming up, hey, Yahushai is going to be ruling. He's going to knock all you other kingdoms out the way and set up his kingdom, which is going to last forever. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.